Yo, what's going on, guys? DJS here, and I'm bringing you guys a gold gun gameplay with the Swats. This is my second assault rifle that I got gold. You can see my 5 perks that I'm running right there on the right-hand side. Well, at least you could have a second ago. Running the silencer on the SWAT. Not my favorite gun. I did a gun review on this. If you guys didn't see it, check the channel and search for a gun review on the SWAT, and you should be able to find it. But this is going to be episode number 2 of Storytime with DJ Hess. And basically, there was a time where my wife called me stupid, and it's kind of a funny story. I thought it was hilarious. Figured I'd share it with you guys because it was just so ridiculous. It'd be something that happens in a movie. It seems like just for like a one-liner kind of funny part in a movie. It seemed like. So I'm gonna jump in and tell you about this little incident. So happened a while ago, but what happened was myself and my wife were driving around, and I don't know if you guys can relate, if with your parents or your significant others or whatever it is, where when you're just driving around and there's miscommunication in directions, and you don't know necessarily where you're supposed to be going, and directions aren't very clear. You told your dad you were supposed to go right, and he didn't know or doesn't know when he's going to go left or whatever it might have been. Sometimes it gets really confusing. Look at these guys just camping out by the flag here. Sometimes it gets really confusing with directions, and then honestly, there's a lot of times where it gets. I mean, relationships. It stresses relationships, at least it feels like, because you don't really know where you're going, and I don't know. It just sometimes it gets stressful. But so here's the thing. So we were driving around, and I believe the wife was driving, and she was in the right lane, and she was in the right lane out of the two, and we were at a stoplight, and it looked like you can only go left from the left lane, but however, this was a stoplight where you could actually go right from either lane. So I think what ended up happening was we got confused, or my wife got confused because she thought she could only go straight or right. However, she could go left, and I was telling her to go left, and she was freaking out because she thought she was in the wrong lane, and it was too late to tell her, and all this other stuff. So it got really heated, and we were like, "Oh," she's like, "Well, you didn't tell me which lane to get in," and I was like, "Yeah, I did. I said take this left here or whatever," and she's like, "Well, I didn't know." She just didn't know you could turn from that lane or whatever. So it got really uncomfortable, and we were like yelling at each other, and I mean, it wasn't like an unhealthy yelling. There's an ORBSAT fail right here, but we definitely yelled at each other or whatever, and then eventually we got through the light, and I think she might have had it. I think she went and she actually turned around because she didn't make the light in time. So of course, by time you're going in the wrong direction, you get a little bit more heated, and things get a little bit more frustrating. But anyway, so after everything was said and done, we were kind of cooling down, and we were just kind of reconciling a bit. And you take a couple deep breaths, and you're like, I'm sorry for getting angry. I wasn't trying to get angry at you. I was just trying to figure out where to go, and it just got confusing. And then the wife goes out of nowhere. She goes, "I'm sorry for calling you stupid." And the whole time I'm thinking in my head, wait a minute, like you didn't actually call me stupid, but she actually called, like, in her head she called me stupid. But she ended up apologizing for calling me stupid, even though she actually verbally didn't even say it. So I don't know. I thought it was hilarious. If you guys think this is just not even a funny story, maybe I'm not translating it well. I guess it was one of those situations where you had to have been there. But having such a situation where you're all heated and stuff, and then you're apologizing, it felt like we were kids almost. And then all of a sudden, and like, I get the kill cam here. I get the kill cam actually on both of these, which is always fun. But you end up apologizing for something, and then come to find out she was apologizing for something that she verbally didn't even say. But the fact that she was intending to call me stupid was just ridiculous. So it's like, it just goes to show you, like, you're in situations where you're in relationships where you get stressed out, and you want to verbally say stuff, but you don't actually say the things that you want to say. And this is one of those situations where she was just like, I'm stressed out, I'm pissed at you, and she wanted to call me stupid, but apparently she didn't. And then after the fact, she ended up, and look at this, I ended up getting here right after. So it shows I only have a couple caps in the game, or one cap in the game, but at the end, you'll notice that I tried to at least cap that one, and it didn't end up happening. And I didn't have 2 caps, because the first cap I did not get since I joined in late. So that's the reason for that, if you guys were curious. But anyway, I thought it was a funny story. Let me know if you guys like this kind of series, or just in general, just me talking about more like random things that have happened. Sometimes there'll be kind of funny, odd stories. Sometimes there'll be more stories that are things that things that happened when I went out and night of drinking or whatever it might be. There's always like a lot of things that I could probably cover that I just never necessarily haven't covered. And look, these guys are tryharding big time here trying to cap that B flag, but helped hold it down. Ended up getting my load star. Decided to come back here. This is where it gets kind of funny actually for the gameplay. I ended up coming back here, calling in my load star. And anytime you call in a kill streak, it's just always kind of like you want to be able to call in the kill streak at a safe location, because if you end up dying in your kill streak, obviously your next one is going to be ruined, your next kill streak. So I have actually killed myself with a load star so many times, it's just stupid. So I don't recommend you doing that. It's not the best way to go about playing the game. But I'll let you guys see this, because as soon as I ended up getting the swarm right there. But as soon as I get out of my my load star, it's pretty goddamn funny. And I don't know if this guy. Well, I'll let you guys see it. It just happens here, right here. So, getting on my load star, and then I get killed. And then I watch the kill cam, and this guy's just chilling. He's just chilling, waiting for me to move. I don't know if that guy basically could have killed me before or not, but he didn't, and because he didn't, I ended up getting a swarm out of it. So, haha to him. It was pretty well played. Anyway, yeah. So, story time, DJ with DJ. Let me know if you guys like this kind of series. If you guys like the rant series, also, I'm doing a weekly rant series where I just go off on just random stupid things. And last week's was Kim Kardashian, and this week's, if you haven't seen it, will be toddlers and tiaras, just because it's just ridiculous. But yeah, so this the rest of this gameplay is kind of like mediocre. It's not really anything fancy. We ended up taking these guys pretty. I mean, anytime you have a lead where it's 150 to 100, you're gonna win the rest of the game anyway. So it doesn't matter if they cap the flag. There wasn't a lot of flag cap changes. We just ended up dominating them out, and I don't know if they ended up rage quitting out or not, but we ended up beating these guys pretty easily. And I am running the Orbsat, Lodestar, and Swarm. I've completely done away with dogs, at least for now. I mean, here and there I'll use them, and you'll see gameplays with me using dogs. But really, dogs are just a joke, man. Like, they do nothing. They don't do any damage in most of the maps. There's only a handful of smaller maps where I find them very helpful. The one over the cargo ship or whatever, not the cargo ship. That's the worst one. The other one, when you're on the little luxury yacht, that one's actually a pretty decent one to use. So I recommend maybe using on that one. But even at that, your Lodestar would do a lot more damage. So maybe I don't. Maybe I'll never recommend using it. It seems that thing pisses me off though. Those goddamn little guns, dude. The 3-round burst handgun is such a joke. It's better. It's almost better, and I would be willing to bet that the 3-round burst handgun is better than the SWAT. Like, it kills easier, and it seems to work better than the 3-round burst gun that I'm using right here. And this is a prime example. I don't know. Maybe well, maybe that's not a prime example. That was just me getting outplayed by an SMG because I'm using an assault rifle that's 3-round burst up close. But the 3-round burst handgun, you can kill up close, you can kill distance. It doesn't really matter. It seems to work well. Anyway, that's pretty much the game. 47-8, 1 capture and 8 defends. And that was Storytime episode 2. I know it's short and sweet, but I thought it was funny, man. You just get in those situations where you get heated, and she ended up calling me stupid, even though she actually verbally didn't even call me stupid. I thought that shit was hilarious. Anyway, have a good one, and we'll catch you guys for the next episode. Sunday is Minecraft, and Tuesday is Tactical Tuesdays. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Peace.